we'll start with a little bit of preamble.
Oh,
Your dungeon master is gonna try something fun. Try something interesting. There's gonna be some cinematic and lovely POV swapping that normally in a home game kind of isn't a great idea.
This is content.
Yeah, we're putting on a show here a little, and I will do my best to make the swapping as fair as possible. I'm attempting something here, narratively. Red is aware of this. You guys will probably quickly become aware of it, out of character. I would love for everybody to buy in fully. I know you do, usually, but I'm just warning you, just like when it's in your head, to be like, Justin wants it. Justin wants to sell it, so...
You are here with me, and I am here with you. I am more than willing to buy in.
I'll do my best to alley-oop you. I just don't know what the fuck is happening. Boil down anti-metagame if you have to make these moments stick.
Okay. Oh, I love anti-metagaming. Those are my favorite things in the universe.
Yeah.
Cool.
I go out of my way to not metagame. Yeah. I still have not listened to what is on Earl's thing to this day.
I still haven't either.
Actually, neither have I.
You got to listen. You were there. Part of that.
That was your whisper, Ben.
It's true.
Just like, here, Nix, I'm going to need you to read this note. It's very secret. Nix just, okay. Nix closes his eyes.
I can't read.
Feels like something Nix that feels like something Nix would do, to TBH.
Yeah,
I can't read.
Just cover his eyes.
Oh, secret. The secret note can't stop me. I can't read.
Anyway.
When last we left the crew of the Second Chance.
Hell yeah, that is what we are.
Uh-huh.
We are called that now.
The crew of a stolen vessel.
That is so distinctly true.
On a hot ship, literally and figuratively, and the other figuratively.
Literally and literally.
They had encountered the Hut.
The man.
The traitor.
The one. The only Hut.
The one of the only Hut.
Boutrod the Hut. No. There's no the Hut last name. No last name, like a stripper.
Or Madonna.
I said what I said. I'm kidding.
So in D&D, all orcs.
No, not all Huts.
That's racist. Anyway.
Hey, has anyone stopped to think that the Huts are the dragons of Star Wars? Has anyone ever stopped to think about that?
I don't know why on earth I thought you were going to say. Anyone stop to think about how fuckable the Huts?
No.
Bitch, where?
Not at all.
But have you?
No, nuh-uh.
Maybe you should.
Bugs Bunny meme. No.
Anyway, we met our cool. We met the Duke from Resident Evil 8, but in Star Wars.
You did not. You met. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love him.
There's no such character in Star Wars.
I adore him.
You met Boutrod, who is the perpetrator of the bazaar, and
the proprietor.
Yeah,
the proprietor. Big man.
He did perpetrate it as well, though.
I mean, I guess
he did perpetrate that one time.
I perpetrate so much.
I'm going to perpetrate everywhere.
Why don't you have another look?
Is that what he calls what he does with Dex? Is that what the kids are calling it now?
Perpetrating?
Anyway.
Scheming, actually.
Thought there was a T in there, anyway.
Shut up. You have inspiration. Not anymore. Get it out.
Yeah, it's not me this time.
Erase that inspiration from your sheet and then erase the box where inspiration's supposed to go. So now your rights have been taken.
Do you ever think about the fact that there's a good chance that about half of the people who listen to this podcast are going to be like, what the fuck does that mean? Because that slang is so out of date.
Yeah.
We're old, anyway.
You spoke of business, of dealings, of information, and a trial was put forth. A job.
By fire, even.
Some salvage on a gas giant in the Kangatu system, which only has one uninhabited gas giant, according to the HoloNet. But what does Wikipedia know?
Wikipedia knows so little.
They think milk is blue. No.
They have one guy who is so dedicated to talking about cereal.
And pajamas. Don't forget about canon pajamas and Legends pajamas.
Anyway.
True.
You are to gather intel, gather things, and come back. And that's where we find ourselves.
We were instructed to get anything that looked cool.
There no long hyperspace journey. We don't need to. The plot demands. Who needs that swirl?
The plot thickens.
You emerge at the edge of the Kangatu system, which is nothing but a massive asteroid field with the planet in the center.
Right. That asteroid field.
Sure is an asteroid field.
I got this.
I would suppose that you probably do.
Those feel like famous last words.
Yeah, well.
It is the one of two things that I am proficient in. I'm gonna take my W's when I have them.
And I'm proud of you for finally doing so.
Well, just as a precaution, today seems to be a day. I'm gonna cast battle recognition on myself.
Good idea.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
It's usually a day.
When have we had a not day? Like, when have we just had a day? I don't think we've had a day since we met one another.
It's been a minute.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
When you guys had chili dogs?
That was actually kind of a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Sorry,
lie,
chili turbo dogs?
I am gonna miss those.
You can get turbo dogs anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't think we can get it. I don't think we can
Not
get
those
those
turbo dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we can get those turbo dogs anywhere.
They all taste the same.
Dag's got them
don't.
dogs.
I promise you they don't. Anyway, I'm gonna focus on navigating through this asteroid field. You continue.
Raestra, have you ever, tried food outside of Coruscant?
Yes?
Toast does not count.
Wait.
Yes, I've had food outside of Coruscant. I was stationed a lot of places.
Alright, hold on, wait a minute.
Do you taste it before you swallow?
Well, it's in my mouth, of course I do.
No, she doesn't. I'm convinced that she has no taste buds. She just shovels food into her mouth for the sake of nourishment alone.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I eat food like any other normal person. Don't make it sound weird.
She doesn't.
Shut the fuck up!
She does, in fact, eat so fast she gives herself hiccups. Without fail.
Can't see me put my fucking head in my hands. I hate it here. You can't bully me like that.
No, we're
No, I'm talking about
Raestra, not
Raestra.
you.
I'm talking about Raestra. Unless someone here in real life also does that and understands that it's not good for them.
Just shut up. Shut up, I hate you. Die. Shine, actually.
Anyway.
Hawkeye.
I thought it was funny.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Shut up. Anyway.
Oh, I meant Silver's joke.
Silver Show's also funny. Anyway.
Are we just flying? We're just gonna try to fly good.
I'm gonna. I'm an expertise. I have expertise in piloting.
The odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field are 21 billion to 1. Now tell me the odds.
I was about to say, I appreciate those odds. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, you're welcome, Captain Solo. The alternate universe where Hod just likes likes C-3PO and is nice to him.
The
An
AU
alternate
in which...
universe where anyone like C-3PO is nice to him.
I was going to say AU in which Han Solo isn't homophobic.
Hey, he's good friends with Lando.
He's also friends with
he?
Luke. You're so right.
Yeah.
He's friends with Luke. There you go.
They're good friends.
Yeah. Luke is nice to, pretty much everyone.
I like the idea that Han figured out that he was totally straight because he was like, maybe, and kissed Lando once and was like, nope. And Lando was like, damn, if you kissed me and weren't gay. And I think that's about the best sign you're ever gonna get, Han.
Han, specifically.
Han. You're right, I forgot Han. Anyway, sorry.
That was one of the boxes that Solo had to tick. Then, in that case, if there's no other plan, The odds are low, but they can happen. Roll. There is a piloting check, yeah? When you are the pilot.
Yeah, there's a piloting check, and I have
I'm almost
expertise in
certain
it
that that's true.
specifically. Yeah.
Roll it for
Allegedly.
me.
I will.
Allegedly, you roll dice in this game.
Allegedly. I will give myself temporary boosts because I don't want to botch this and ruin our ship and crash and die before we even get to have Red join us. So.
Let me see if I have something that can help too,
Oh,
like
that'd be
ship-wise.
Oh, I'm glad I have expertise. 22.
Sick.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome. So, I got this, and you're at the helm. Turn. Now, long beams are not small.
No.
They're...
No.
One, even.
Yeah, you know the blockade runner at the beginning of New Hope, the Tantive 4, if I remember correctly?
Mm-hmm.
A nerd can correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds correct.
Does sound correct, yes.
It's about that size, a little smaller, but that's like the class of ship we're dealing with. So it's not like you can weave between this stuff. However, you know, this is all in the 3D space, and you can pick the smallest pockets and focus the shields at forward and sort of ice cut your way through the smallest pockets and the pockets that look the most like it will split for you, instead of like, you know, asteroids half your ship size and other things. So there's a lot of dinging against the shields.
But it's the shields and not the ship.
Rocks, and the rocks roll out down the side, or the asteroids, the space rocks, roll down the side. So it's definitely not quiet, but your eye is good at picking the best path, and you're definitely not heading straight towards the planet. It takes a little bit of time, but you get there.
Nice job.
Thank you. I was hoping it'd be a little smoother, but it's what practice is for, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Well.
fine.
Any field you can fly away from.
It's true.
Do we get a view of the planet?
Oh yeah, this is a Jupiter-esque gas giant. Doesn't have a eye of the storm like Jupiter does. It's actually a kind of like a surreal and in some ways beautiful sort of just orange orb. You can see that the gases swirl in a way because they make lines basically across the equator and then down. So you can tell where the North Pole is based on the lines, but you kind of can't see past the clouds.
Well,
The clouds of gas.
that's not a view I think I could ever get sick of.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Do we have any like readings on the ship to be able to like as soon as we like go into the gas planet of like picking up what it's made of? Like, do I have things to read that?
There are scans you can run.
I would like to do that as we just start to go get closer to it.
The ship can make a perception check. That's how this works, if I remember correctly.
Damn, does our ship want to fuck us too?
Let me just open up the.
Never
We have-
Star Wars is legally never allowed to forget the fact that canonically Lando Calrissian has in fact fucked the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. We have a base 10 in wisdom. So.
Cool. And depending upon devices, there are upgrades you could get, better scanners that help with these checks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any of that. The ship was not for that. It's for a
No.
lot of other things.
It was for a lot of other things. Ugh.
Speaking of that, is Lemmy done?
Meow.
Yeah,
Oh, thank goodness.
he's good. He's done.
You sterilized the whole place?
Oh.
Good boy.
Meow.
I give him head pats.
Asha, he said, just don't your lightsabers on the beds. Yeah, don't shine your lightsaber light on the beds.
He said to not shine your lightsabers on the beds.
Already noted.
Listen, as long as they're sterile, it's fine.
Meow.
Thank you, man.
Meow.
So I guess am I rolling the check then?
You're the captain.
I mean, on the pilot. Sure.
With the pilot.
I'll roll that. I'll give myself temporary boost if I'm allowed. Give the ship, be like, I'm super good at this. Maybe.
I'll allow it for now, and unless we review we can review the rules later if this happens in a fight.
If we have to, if I have to stop because it's against the piloting rules, then that's fine. But
ship might not be a creature, but
I'm a creature. That's a sexy 13, Justin.
13. The gases are just too thick and made of something. With that 13, you could get like the makeup of the gases, and
that's what I wanted.
It's a smorgasbord of all kinds of things. None of it would be you're gonna die if you breathe it in, but like it's such a mixture. It's why nobody's here. If it had a high concentration of Tibian gas, there'd be places mining it. That's what Cloud City's about. Is it Tibian gas? Yeah. Whatever they use in blasters for the chemical reaction. But it's just such a smorgasbord of helium, a lot of what makes up our air, but just like a perfect even pie chart of like 16 different things.
Interesting.
It won't kill you to breathe it, but you shouldn't.
And with that information, Nyx is gonna go put on his full armor.
I'm gonna go put on the full armor of God. Helmet of salvation.
Do you think he gave us like gas masks or something? If you could go check Nyx, that'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not gonna kill us. Who cares?
I'll investigate to see if there's any like gas masks or rebreathers or whatever they're called here in Star Wars.
Make that roll. Make that roll for me.
Yeah. Okay,
air purifiers.
Rebreather.
You said investigation?
Yeah. You said investigation, but I'll go with it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you insist. Yeah, it's a solid 6.
Solid 6? Nope. You found a mask.
Oh.
It's black and leather.
Oh no!
Does it have dog ears?
No, it's a get mask.
Gross. Worse.
Gross. It's just like I think I found some.
They're so squeaky.
Yeah.
It won't kill us. Let's just see if there's a solid base here and move on. I start making more notes. I start writing up a report thus far for Butrad.
Beep, 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 beep.
Are we flying blind in the gas giant?
Yeah, about as blind as you can get.
Can I use the Force to unblind us?
In what way?
To feel out maybe a particular place for like landing.
It's okay. We'll use the Force.
That's not how the Force works.
The Force works.
Wait. What are you doing? You're supposed to be, like, a slave somewhere?
What?
Oh, shut up.
Also a lot younger.
And taller.
And kind of a different actor. It's like you're a different person when you're younger.
And, like, you, the person, are supposed to be making a bad Indiana Jones movie?
Damn.
Oh.
We
Why
don't
would you
know
do
that it's bad yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm making decisions.
You're good.
Lots of neurons are firing.
I can hear that. I can smell it from up here.
I believe I heard Christopher Perkins, but he was quoting someone else, and I believe I'd heard this before, but there's the loading wheel.
Mm-hmm.
DMs get a few of those.
That's like 95% of every session of Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I know. I can smell it up here.
I like to think it's the Wii, the loading wheel for the Wii in the Wii Shop channel.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And then when we really get into the roleplay, it's...
Mine's the old iMac wheel. The little rainbow
one. Shut up and roll a force check. Stop making these jokes. Yeah.
I'm going to assume that means a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom.
Or not a saving throw, but wisdom, yeah.
Gonna reach out to the Force.
Temporary boost. Take it. Take the D6.
I don't need the temporary boost. I got a 21. I said fuck because I dropped my dice.
We'll add a D6. Make it super good.
All right, 21 and D6. And now it's a 23.
Yeah.
Sick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you meditating on, and Ash, how do you help?
I am simply I am looking for God, how do I do it? Because I know that there are Jedi that have done this before. I guess in a way I am searching for land, and if we want, we can maybe, like, I don't know if it's possible for gas giants to have these, but like any form of life at all. It doesn't need to necessarily be like a person, but maybe like a sapling, a tree.
I was hoping for that.
I was about to say, it's fucking Star Wars. There's fucking manta rays that are called TBDs because they forgot to give them an actual name.
I'm helping with how, like, I unlocked my cool, basically gelling with the Force when flying the ship, right? And I guess the best way to describe it is that I'm doing my best to, like, sync up with Cal with Force vibes, with, like, focusing on the ship, focusing on just helping him, like, as I'm navigating through the gas.
I'm picturing her just staring at him intently.
Well, she's got her eyes on space. She's looking out the window, and she's not gonna hit anyone.
At the road, and I'm not gonna hit anything. But no, she's thinking about Cal Sheen's Force.
She's thinking about Max Rebo and.
But especially after, like, she attempted, they had their failed attempts to, like, meditate and teach. It didn't go as well as it could have. So she's like, well, maybe trying to sync up in this way in the midst of us trying to actually do something, instead of just trying to, like, cold do it, I guess.
What if there was the two-headed guy from the pod race? What if there was one who was a stand-up comedian and one head was John Mulaney and the other was Bill Burr? Do you ever think about that?
I don't want to think about that, but I'm going to now.
Bill Burr's already been in Star Wars, though, so.
But yeah,
that hasn't stopped most people.
But that's my justification for how I'm helping.
Cool. Cal, you close your eyes and open yourself up to the Force, Cal Sheen, and immediately you feel a sort of, like, it's a good way to put this because I don't want it to get misconstrued. A sort of dent in the Force, of the way, you know how they visualize gravity with the planet, and then the like that.
Yeah.
All planets have marks in the Force because the Force touches all things, and planets are big things that affect a lot of stuff around them. So this planet, of course, has sort of a gravitational field spiritually in the Force, big air quotes. And this one shines, like, pretty bright. It's like when you opened yourself up to the Force, it was like when it's like you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and there's no light, and then you turn the lights on and it's like, it's like that for a split second. You're like, wow, this planet, probably because it's the only thing around here and it's got all this stuff around it. And then you kind of unfocus that, get used to that light, air quotes, and you do what you said. You focus on life. You can feel the storm. You can feel the direction of it. Well, the clouds. It's not really a perpetual storm like on Jupiter. It's all around you, but you can, like, feel its direction and kind of feel its totality and, like, where you are inside it. And then you reach down and you understand in your mind's eye that there is a surface, and it's kind of like a marble inside all of this gas compared to the size. And you sort of, like, just get a pinpoint on it of, like, yes, there is life that radiates, what living, the sort of effect that living things have on the Force. But you just kind of feel a direction, and so you just, like, point and tell Asha north.
I follow that.
It adjusts a little, and you go, like, northeast some for a little bit, and you get closer and closer. Now
you're starting to feel it too, right?
Do I? DM?
You roll a wisdom check, and you can't temporary boost yourself because you temporary boosted Cal Sheen.
Can I roll a wisdom check?
No.
That's you don't have the Force.
Or not. No one ever checked.
You actually can't.
Nick, that's depression.
12 total, if I'm not allowed to add
Don't
thing.
fucking.
Nice.
You can't say that we're not going to brush past what Silver just said. You can't say that.
He can, and we will.
No, that's PTSD, Nix. That's what you're feeling all the time.
Sometimes I hear the voices of my dead brothers. All right, that must be the Force.
That's PTSD.
PTSD.
Oh.
I would know. I have both.
We can't with this. We can't. That's okay. Asha with a 12. You don't think you get what Cal is talking about, though you do at like the basest level, and maybe it's just your piloting instinct. Like when he tells you like northeast, you like without hesitation are like, yeah, that feels like the right direction, and like almost as soon as he says it is going that direction.
Maybe not in a Force sense, but in a piloting sense, I do, I suppose.
Sorry, I know she assisted. I didn't want to make it seem like I was just doing it all on my own.
No, that was great.
I love the flavor of that. No worries. I loved every bit of that. Ash is still a baby Force, so she's stuck. The dice wanted narrative. She's not good at it.
Understandably, she's had no training.
And is very ADHD coded.
Now, everybody shut up.
Oh.
I was tempted to ask for deafens in moments like this, but I don't think so. Esphere,
Yes.
are you ready?
Let's go.
You arrived in this system days ago. Your small ship much more easily made it through the asteroid field. And you went down to the planet and sort of skimmed the surface rather quickly. It's not that large of a planet, surface area-wise. Gas giant-wise it is, but surface area, not really. And found the structures that you figured would be waiting for you. You landed, and your mission is not to explore these structures, to wait for your targets. So what is your usual stakeout situation? Paint a picture for me.
All right. This is the picture you got so far. Esphere has she has like her essentials. She has like kind of not a blanket, but she has kind of like a mesh almost cover that she has. And she sets herself up on a ridge somewhere.
Yeah.
On a high ridge that is near enough to the building so she can get to it when she needs to, but far enough away that she cannot be detected.
Yeah. You definitely also park the ship, your modified vulture droid fighter, pretty far away. In the clouds. It's just can't even see it.
It's the same color as the clouds.
You turned it all the way off, so.
And she's probably turned off all of her normal communication devices and has her, I don't know, her away message on, her Skype away message. Do not disturb mode. Doing cool stuff.
You know what to do with these things. Leave a message.
After the tone.
It's Max Rebo here. We blue folks gotta stick together.
God.
I got you, Blue.
I gotcha, Blue.
Everyone in this party is Max Rebo fan until proven snoodly.
So she sets up her rifle, like she's got her modified rifle, and she sets it up so she knows that the sun won't hit it, so it won't be like a sun like, I see the bling in the distance, there's the sniper. It's not that easy.
The light doesn't get through much of the clouds anyway. It's kind of this universal like when you're deep in the water but not so deep that there's no light, you know?
Yeah, like that, like pretty much the perfect area. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my god, this is like the perfect planet for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So she just sits up, has her blanket over her, and she waits. Not every night, but she waits.
Casing the joint physically, this is about as little of a township as one could imagine. There are like 5 building stops, and the main one is not that large, about what town halls used to look like, but its shape is strange. It's perfectly square with faux pillars on every corner, like the Taj Mahal. Well, the base square part of the Taj Mahal. So the pillars don't serve any purpose other than visual. There's nothing inside them. They're not big enough for anything to be inside them. And it's got a big archway opening, no door, but just an archway opening on either side. And you have not seen any movement whatsoever in the, we'll say, 3 days you've been staking this place out.
Esphere's gonna kind of use her rifle to kind of get a view on like what sort of security is nearby, and if there's like a security panel or if there's an electricity panel, like something she could potentially knock out if she needs to.
Oh, that's good. Make a perception check.
Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, boop, and then what do I have in perception?
If you're not proficient, it would just be plus your wisdom mod.
Oh, sick. I am proficient. Dirty 20.
Oh, sick. With a dirty 20, you are sure that there is nothing of the sort.
Esphere's just like,
You scanned every angle and then even took a trudge to face the town at a slightly different angle to make sure there was nothing behind a thing that you could have missed. Absolutely nothing. Seems pretty rural, this place.
Very primitive. Interesting. Like, there's like nothing, no kind of guards or anything.
There's nobody.
No.
There were no signs of life when you got close enough. When you flew over, you scanned for signs of life. Nothing. Except, of course, there is a little patch of, it looks like wheat, but it's orange, like the clouds. It's just kind of growing in a little square patch, just kind of wildly. It's kind of taken over this square patch, and that nobody's gathered it in a long, long time.
Oh, like that. Esphere's gonna, I don't know if she has, like, Esphere's gonna keep an eye on that patch, because now she's looking at that patch going, like, is there something going to pop out of there? Like, she's so used to just random stuff just throwing off her hunts at this point, because she does not have, like, the best bounties all the time.
It waves in the wind, and you stare at it for many a moment, and
probably like 30 minutes dead ass staring at this patch of wheat.
And then the wheat goblin, it comes. I'm the wheat goblin. No. So this is Star Wars. It's wet. Like how you spell wet your palate.
Esphere just rubs the bridge of her nose. She goes, I'm losing it. And just does not focus on the weed anymore, and instead I think she probably, like, at some point she sets up, like, she gets her little camp with her low lights and just like eats a little bit of crackers or whatever, and goes back out and searches and just looks at the sky and like looks at the area, and she's internally debating. She goes, should I have taken this job in particular?
Finnick recommended it. And you trust her.
Yeah. She goes, she's internally going, Finnick, what sort of thing did you send me on? And she waits. And she waits.
At some point, which is good practice for anyone, you review your mental images of your targets and think about what Boutrod said to you. You have experience with Jedi. Which the answer is yes. You know that all too well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on you or in the glove box?
It's right now it's probably on her.
Yeah. In the secret place as backup. But you, for the first time in a while, find yourself, nervously is not the word, anticipatorily sort of brushing your hand against it as you recall exactly what that experience was. It was the Clone Wars. A lot of Jedi running around in that time. Doing all kinds of things. You had, maybe foolishly in hindsight, taken a job with a separatist supply company. They didn't work for the army, but they, supplied. They were affiliated with the Trade Federation, who, one of their higher-ups was a separatist, but, they weren't officially affiliated with the separatists as far, legally. They wanted some cargo liberated. There we go. And you were like, I'm good at that. And the money was good. So Unfortunately, you were not told it was Republic Army cargo and that it had a squadron on it. The clones were easy to distract. They were off. You didn't even have to. Something happened and the clones went off. But for some reason, the Jedi stayed back. This Jedi was a Dawotin, a large man. Dawotin are kind of... They have big elephant-like hooves. And always, like, they're the size of Wookiees, a good bit wider, though, in all their limbs. And they have a sort of round, sort of bovine face with... both male and female, I believe, have kind of tusk horns at the chin. Some file them down. This Jedi does not. And you thought you could get the crate that you needed because it was a certain kind of thing that they wanted. You had spent the time to identify exactly what it was you needed, but somehow the Jedi saw you. And it got ugly. Through, oddly, no fault of your own, this Jedi came at you and fiercely. His frame much larger than you. He, oddly, you've never seen a Jedi like this, wielded in his main right hand, a folding double-sided lightsaber of a green color, and then a sort of Shoto, air quote, Shoto for him, smaller than his other blade, blue blade in his left hand. And with barely a verbal warning and a lot of vitriol in his voice, came at you immediately. This caught you by surprise. You remembered that Jedi can usually be reasoned with, and you had even put your hands up and started to speak, but you were not off your guard, and you quickly flipped away from the first flurry of attacks and brought out your... I believe it is a vibro katana of some kind, yes.
It is.
Yeah. Something from your previous culture that you had modified to be as effective as a weapon as possible, and traded blows with him. He was strong, but not as quick as you. And that became apparent quickly. You flipped away from his blows, sometimes barely, because his limbs are a little longer than you're used to fighting. And when you managed to get some distance, you brought your blaster out, but he waved his hand and it skittered out of your hands. You brought the sword up just in time to block another downward blow. And when you disengage, you were ready for a counterattack or something, or to step away. But surprisingly, with no tact or form, he just swings straight down again so hard that you were not ready, and closer to the base of your sword, and it knocked your vibroton out of your hands. And you actually fall off balance a little and stumble kind of onto one knee. And there's a moment where this Dawotin has his saber at your chin, in that sort of pose. And he says to you, my master was right. Your types only understand one thing. And he brings the saber a little lower and a little closer, and you feel the heat first, and then the pain. And there's nothing but, at first, wanting to get away from the pain, but you steel your will through that, and then remember what Finnick told you. Now, I'm going to speak with my words. You're going to have to channel Ming-Na Wen in your ears, so...
Okay. Got it.
I do my best, but I'm no voice actor. Jedi are tricky, but once you know the trick, they're not that bad. And you had sat there eagerly, hoping that wasn't the end of it, and she looked at you sidelong and rolled her eyes a little and continued, they can't read minds. It's not how it works. They read intent. Like when you and I see some scug hole twitching his fingers near his holster, we know that blaster's about to come out of that holster. And we act accordingly. They get that all the time for almost everything. You take advantage of that. She points and taps her drink. You just gotta aim high and shoot low. With every fiber of your being, set your sights for the head, pull the trigger when it's at their middle. It's worked every time for me. All that comes to you like in an anime style flashback. Within this anime style flashback. And you had your twin blasters in your holsters. And you bring the right one out and up and just physically use it to knock this lightsaber up just enough so that you can do a little somersault backwards. All of this happening in like a split-second moment. And your left hand goes for your other blaster. And remembering what your mentor, Finnick Shan, says, you look at this Dawojin's head and squint your eyes, and with all of your will, think about beaming him right between the eyes. But as your blaster is coming up, you squeeze the trigger twice. And once right in his gut, once right between his pectorals, the blaster bolts go all the way through, leaving smoking holes. And there's a look of utter shock on this Dawajin's face, as if you had stopped the sun with your mind and he just watched you do it. And that look kind of freezes on his face as the life drains from it, and the blaster that you use to knock away the lightsaber and the lightsaber, that's the double-sided one, are kind of sparking and in pieces. But the other lightsaber kind of deactivates as it leaves his hand, and it rolls out of his hand perfectly towards your feet. And you think, yeah, I earned this. And that's what you remember as you touch that very lightsaber that you have stowed away. And it's at that moment you hear the unmistakable sound of the ship's engines approaching. And that's when we can go back to our crew, if that's okay.
No.
Was that good?
Yeah.
Did you like that, Red?
I did. I really did. I had the internal thought of like Esther, like just like right when she shoots him, she goes, "I gave you a chance." Then just poof, down.
And that's when his face gets even more confused, and it freezes that way, and he punk, falls like a sack of rocks.
I need you to know that I loved that and it was really cool, but I'm never gonna get an opportunity to do this bit. So Cal, do you have any twos?
No,
He's focusing on being the crazy taxi hero. You can't do this bit.
No, I don't, DM, you're the last person that can underestimate me. Go fish.
Fuck.
Go Fish is a simple game, you're right.
The main point is I just like the contrast of like Esphere has this really like dramatic, traumatizing memory of Jedi. Meanwhile, the two Jedi do you have any threes?
Go fish. Kalingus, do you have any fours? Oh, damn it.
Who the hell is that?
This is a bullshit game of luck. You realize that, right?
Shut up.
It's very little skill involved. You were
Very little skill involved. Observe, Raestra, do you have any fives?
Observe.
Anyway.
Speaking of the uber instincts of our uber autism,
yeah.
Cal, as you get closer, you realize that it is plant life that you have sort of.
Now it's my turn to go. We don't get to brush past that.
that it is plant life that you have kind of focused in on in the forest. And as you get close, you guys see from above this little township. I described it before. You guys could hear. So
I thought there wasn't going to be any life on this planet.
Nice to know that we arrived on this totally safe planet. Nothing will happen to us. We're just going to get it out of the way now. Nothing will happen to us.
I just like the idea of like Nick's walking out in his full clone armor, looks out the window, sees the ghost town, and goes, "Oh, we're fucked."
I had a bad feeling about this.
Take your out of character bets now. What do you think's in this fucking ghost town?
Ghosts.
Well, hard
And
read
one
your DM.
bounty hunter that wants to kill us.
Ghosts.
Also ghosts.
Maybe both.
And
You
dies
just
right.
hear in the
bear.
distance, my cabbages!
No, it's wet. Like I said, it's spelled
no,
like wet
it's
your
not.
palate. It's definitely that.
It's not.
I've decided.
You haven't decided
Wet.
shit.
It's wet.
I connected
Anyway, I
them.
park and I hit the button several times so that it locks. Does beep beep.
No.
Let me goes.
I will be completely honest, Cal says as he also steps out. I was not expecting there to be a town in here.
Neither was I.
You weren't?
Well, why would I expect a town in the gas giant?
All right.
I don't know. We build bases everywhere. I don't know why you'd think.
Just a reminder from last time, you were told that Boutrod was certain there was something worth investigating. I believe he used the word structures. That's what I have in my notes. And that he is fairly certain there will at least be a lightsaber or two in this endeavor.
That was a really suspicious way for him to word that. It's almost as if he knew that. I wonder how he could have known anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You see, the ghosts told me. I see dead people.
Man, Sora, you've changed quite a bit.
So I think Nyx will walk over. Are we still in the ship, or are we getting out of the ship now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've parked.
Before we fully transition, Esphere, stealth check.
Sick.
I believe
Apropos of fucking nothing.
your class might have something
have
cool about that.
I do.
Yeah.
I believe I do. I think I have advantage, actually.
Brooke,
I
did you
have-
say Sora?
I
Yeah.
have foregoed asking
Okay.
what Red's.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I have foregoed asking
Foregone.
anything about Red because I want to be absolutely completely surprised about this character. I don't
Cool.
know a single thing about this character.
I think
so.
I do have. I think I do have something sick about it.
We know everything because Justin was so excited and he just couldn't stop telling us shit.
No,
I mean, that doesn't. That
the-
would not surprise me at all.
No,
'Cause he and I
no,
were gushing
Red-
the whole time.
literally all the things we've talked about, I have not told them. So
No, he's lying. He gave us nothing but spoilers. We know everything about your character. We know about the fact that
Sure.
they like feet.
Okay. Okay.
no, I wouldn't allow that at my table.
Not that.
Hey, no kink shaming.
That would hit too close to
yeah.
home, wouldn't it?
Yes,
No,
king shaming.
We can shame specifically people who like fate.
Uh,
You know why. Looks into...
Nope. All right. I'm just. Oh wait. Did I roll? All right.
Okay.
Oh, I already. Okay. So
Because
I was just
of
looking real quick.
Yeah, because of prep time. If you have advantage, cool. But I believe there's there's that thing in D&D where because of prep time, take.
Batman prep time.
That's why I use that word. It's a fun pair of words that apparently make
I just have-
everything.
I just have stupid high in stealth. That's why. Okay.
Because of the prep time, you will have advantage. I'll give it to you. You said you're covering yourself up with something. You've had the
Yeah.
time for all the dust to settle around you. So
28.
Who would win? Esphere with prep time or Batman with prep time?
Esphere with prep time.
28. Holy shit.
28. Nobody's passive perception exceeds that, right?
No.
God, no, I wish.
Nobody took observant and alert. Okay.
I didn't have
I know
the
we
room
brought him up
for it.
earlier. I don't even think Kalingas' passive perception could beat that. I'm checking. Let
Actually,
me
wait a
look.
minute. I might have observant.
Yeah, but your
I don't
wisdom's
think so.
not great. Your passive's not going to be that high.
Oh yeah, my wisdom is my wisdom's 12.
You're dumb as hell, so it's fine.
I
Don't worry
can
about that.
tell.
Hi.
Respectfully, I can tell.
Hi.
Respectfully, as my friends, yeah.
It doesn't feel respectfully.
Good, it shouldn't.
Then why?
That took-
What about?
That took long enough to establish. That 28 is going to stay for a decent amount of time unless something happens to change it. So,
Fair enough.
and you would have to roll against Sphere. So that makes that easy. So now we're back in character with you guys getting off the ship.
All right. Nyx will take point as per usual.
As is his wont and way.
He will step out in his full clone regalia, blaster ready.
Cal will be behind Nyx. He is eager to check this place out.
I I guess I'll be behind Cal.
I will be in the back.
If this is like a big setup for something, I'm just gonna be real tired about it, to be honest.
Tired is what we'll be.
Yeah, I just want one good. That whole thing was promising, and I just want something to go right. It's been a minute. I may be stable, but I'm still going through it, dog.
If Boutrade ends up betraying us, I'm going to spend the rest of my days with Hondo and Akka and just accept my reality.
You know what?
God,
I'll match that.
what a gruesome future.
All
that'll
in favor of joining Hondo's pirate crew if this goes
sour,
awry. Wave your hand.
So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
Good lord.
There's always room for you. I know Jim Cummings could do it. He's got a killer singing voice.
He does.
So I'm going to make you my friend.
God, you're so right. Anyway,
Now all my ideas are not as cool as that. Now I have to live with that. Now all my ideas for the future of this campaign aren't as cool as that.
Animators, get on that.
I'm going to be king of the pirates.
I thought you were already
Going to be. I'm already king of the pirates.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good.
a good bit. No worries.
It was a great bit.
it's a good bit. A great bit, even.
All right. GM.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for me as a clone
Yeah.
to become very aware of my situations
Mm-hmm.
and to try to spot any kind of possible danger?
Well, you have to go through HR first.
Fuck. All right, hold on. I'll file that paperwork now.
You can make a perception check for that. You can vibe check.
Next, did you fill out your paperwork?
that Dawn paperwork.
It's a fucking.
Wouldn't it be
just
better if it just blew
a little-
away?
A little Trandoshan, the shaped like Sid. You gotta do the paperwork.
All right, here we go.
Form 313.
Okay. All right. It's not 28, but it is 23.
23? Oh man. You want to be aware? You want to use your Django tingle?
I hate that that's stuck.
This is what you get. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, Django tingle. Yeah, absolutely.
Django tingle?
Yeah.
Oh man. With a 23,
Uh-huh.
normally there's a feat for this.
Yeah.
There is a feat in this system, but you got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
I said it! I said the things!
He said the thing!
We can continue to be a Star Wars podcast.
It only took 3 years for the GM to say it.
Specifically, that's the joke part. I'll give you the specifically because this is like abandoned.
Yeah.
And when something like that happens, there's always a reason.
Right.
So you just like your instincts, your Django tingle says proceed with the utmost caution.
Yeah.
Raestra can just see Ash still taking notes.
What are you writing over there?
Notes?
Taking notes. She's taking notes. It's part of what we were paid to do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, we haven't been paid yet, but like, I'm gonna be diligent.
But I'm really starting to wish that we got paid up front before taking this.
I mean, we could have
Why?
just fucked off.
True, but I don't know. I'm getting a vibe.
A vibe?
A vibe.
I mean, this place is spooky as shit, so like, I'm not gonna. I'm right there with you, but
Probably the ghosts.
All right. Well,
Ooh.
I'm gonna have a request.
Mhm.
Not saying this is what's gonna happen, but if we're walking through and I take a hit to the chest, run. Just run.
It's a rollicking start. I don't know why you would think.
This is he gestures to the ghost town. This is like prime trap territory. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's
No,
this
you're
whole thing's got
right,
me
but
all-
like, it's just a weirdly specific trigger to run, I guess.
I don't want to leave any of my friends behind. If I can help, if I don't have to leave you behind, I'm not gonna.
Second, but like, also, that's just a weirdly specific thing for you to say.
That's very fair. That's very fair. It's probably not going to happen.
Are you like metagaming or something?
No. Why would I metagame?
What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Is this a game
What
to
does that even
you,
mean?
Ash?
Don't worry about it.
I have a question, DM. I don't know if I'm going to do
Insider
this.
trading is metagaming. It's like, oh, did you metagame?
Does this technically count? Wait, does this count as metagaming? I'm not trying.
No,
to
no.
I'm
I don't
just
know why
making a
Brooke said
bit.
that.
I promise I'm
Okay.
just
I don't know
making
why
a
Brooke said
bit.
that. I'm sorry, Silver, continue your thought.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, and I don't know if I'm going to do this right now, because I don't want this to be the Calcine show all the way. But is it possible for me to sense kyber crystals?
Oh.
Can I do that?
The resonance in the force that a kyber crystal has? The force of the kyber crystal?
Because if Boutrade noted that there might be a lightsaber here.
Make a wisdom check.
Can I help with this one?
See, here's the thing about spamming this, like, you know,
That's what I took it
using the, like, you'd have to convince me that Asha's like, oh, Calcine made a face and he's closing his eyes, he's gonna use the force.
You also, it's fine. I got a 22.
Oh, jeez, okay.
for. Ooh, nice. I like helping. I'm helping. I'm utility. I'm here to help.
Your presence is assistance plenty.
God, you gotta stop rolling so high on these.
No.
You're
No.
ruining all my plans. No, I'm kidding.
No, Heart.
The force must be with you today.
No, Shine.
You know, Shanae, actually.
You reach out with the force and you want to know about the specific way that kyber crystals resonate. And they're alive in the force in a weird way that's cool, and we don't have time to get into that.
It's a different blue man. Who knows about that?
But you just want pips on a radar.
Yeah.
And with a 22, that's kind of all you like immediately get the ones that are inside Lemmy that are white now. Cool.
Oh yeah, we still have
Right,
those.
I can do that.
Yeah, you tried to give them to Boutrade last session, and Ash didn't want to let you.
Yeah.
I forgot that we still had those.
And that's like a close one, and you're like, no, not the ones nearby. But it's because you feel like when you're listening real close, and then people are talking, but then you're like, no, I think I hear like a train, right? And you do. There's something in front of you and like rather far away that's like just the littlest bit of an echo of like when you put your ear to the ground and can hear the train coming. You know, you can't get like a crazy taxi arrow direction, but you got a positive ID.
There's kyber on this planet.
Yeah.
Raestra, I mean aside from the one that's in... Yes.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, we knew that. He said there would be.
I know. Good to confirm that he wasn't lying, though.
This is a solid point.
Do you have a general direction? Because that's probably the direction we need to go.
Straightforward, but it's far.
I mean, we technically got time, I guess.
We do, and it would be something to bring back.
Also, just kind of what I was gonna say. It's also kind of what we're here for.
I mean, he wasn't
Partially.
super interested in the kyber, but it is something interesting. Probably will let us keep it. Dash is still scribbling notes.
Just taking a survey at this point.
I was given a job. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I'm not gonna half-ass shit for our new potential employer.
I know. It's been a while since I've seen somebody. She gestures to the whole practice is like, do this.
So you guys enter the town proper.
Sure.
Yes.
That's when the ghosts attack now.
Fuck.
Ooh,
I knew it. Zombie
I'm a
sign.
Sith ghost. Dark side. No.
That's the noise they make.
Dark side blast.
Man, I can't believe that Disney Star Wars watered down Star Weirds like this.
Nix, I will carry over your perception check, vibe check, as you the Django tingle, as you.
I hate you.
The Jango tingle.
I hate that it's the Django tingle.
Can only blame myself.
As you the town hall like buildings in the back, so as you pass every small building, you know, heck, blaster first, eye second, you know, everyone
Yeah.
completely empty, It looked like every one of them had sort of like a curtain entrance. Every one of their curtain entrances is like, you can see like one of them still has like the corner remaining as if it was like ripped away. And inside each of these buildings are a 2 to a small handful of scorch marks on the wall. Scorch marks in a line.
Like a slashing scorch mark, or a
like a slashing scorch mark.
Can I see if I can determine the kind of thing that would make these scorch marks?
Yes, but also one more thing of note. Every single one of these buildings is like completely barren of any sort of furniture, pottery. There's nothing in these buildings other than the floor and the walls, which strikes you and that perception check as odd.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would strike anyone as odd. It's just weird.
I know my planet was barren, but like this is a whole new level.
Yeah.
You can make an investigation check if you want
to. I have to make a survey anyway. I'm writing very.
Yeah, that's true. Nix, you're still on point and want to stay outside of the buildings in case something comes at. So in a good soldier fashion, you're like, hey, person who knows about this, look at these.
Yeah.
I will temporary boost myself.
Yeah. And I will also help.
Advantage.
Advantage.
Let's see.
Raestra's just watching. She has no idea what's going on.
Raestra, how do you feel about this place?
27.
I think it fucking sucks, to be completely honest, but she kind of gestures vaguely to the surroundings. She's like, I've been in a lot of old ruins for, like, good and bad reasons, I guess. She's just kind of shrugging, just because they know what that means. She's like, I don't know. These places, stuff sticks to these places. There's... I don't like them. Like, even if there's no living things here, sometimes the Force sticks to these places in weird ways, and I hate it.
27.
Yeah, Asha, you're all too familiar with the size, shape, and vibe of these slash marks. You saw one of these go all the way through a Trandoshan. The lightsaber made these.
Lightsaber made these. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But anything else I pick up from the area in general?
With a 27, they're old. They're completely cold. The erosion of the stone has started to like happen around it. So a decent amount of time has passed since these scorch marks were made.
Well, it's old. So people haven't been here in a long time.
GM.
Yeah.
Nix has... He's done, like, training simulations and, environmental, like, practice skirmishes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a lot in his training. Am I picking up that this is a training environment? Like, this was utilized for, like, combat training?
It's such a good question. So it's a good thought process to go down, but it's a hard call to make. Like, you can think that he's... Because all you have is the facts that I put forth.
Yeah.
And if you think in character, he would conclude that.
Yeah.
Sure, because I don't think that I can lay out any more facts to confirm or deny
that's fair,
this in this, yeah.
Yeah, so Nix will just state, this almost feels like one of those training environments.
Maybe.
Like one of those built structures that are used for, like, practice skirmishes and whatnot, but... Who's practicing with the lightsabers?
Oh yeah, like Nuketown. You build it just to blow it up with a nuke.
Because this doesn't seem like something... I don't know. This doesn't feel like Jedi vibes, I guess. But, like, I'm not going to rule it out as a thing. I'll make note of that here. Scribble writes it down.
She says, no, not really. It's... I don't know. It doesn't feel like one of ours, either.
You're not a part of that anymore. We explicitly made that clear when all that happened.
Yeah.
Please stop including yourself.
But, like, it's... I don't know. It doesn't feel like that, either.
It almost feels like somebody's... I don't know. And I could be wrong. Please correct me if I am. But it almost feels like somebody's been swinging around a lightsaber like they don't know how it works.
Feels a little bit like that.
Would that feel like something that I could conclude from the slashes, Justin?
The size, shape, and space between the slashes, it could be.
It's possible.
There were definitely big wild swings of like multiple zones.
It reads as either someone was inexperienced or was panicking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Feels more like the latter to me. Or more like the former to me.
Then that brings up the unfortunate question. What's got a lightsaber wielder panicking?
I don't know.
That is a good question.
I don't know.
Kelly, you picking up anything?
This whole place's vibes are off.
I mean, we just gotta scout it out, see if we can figure something out. If there's nothing else here, we can just turn around and go back.
All right.
What worries me is that how did somebody inexperienced get a lightsaber?
Yeah, these days it's even harder.
Yeah, doesn't the Empire like post rewards if you like find a lightsaber and turn it in?
Yep. Just Raestra just nods. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep moving forward then.
I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
But be prepared.
All right. Next, we'll continue to take point.
I don't know if he wants theory crafting, so I'll leave that in a different section.
I'm so diligent.
I gotta make myself useful.
I was about to say something as Nyx, but I was just like, no, Nyx wouldn't say this out loud. However, Benton, the player, will. Trauma often makes you feel useless, so, whatever helps you get through it.
Oh, I can relate. I feel terribly useless.
Damn, Ben. Damn.
Actually, I just had to make sure that my canon knowledge was correct. Lightsabers under the Empire is paraphernalia.
Oh.
You don't want to. I mean, of course
Yeah,
it is.
that's
It's illegal to be a Jedi, so.
I mean, yeah.
It is illegal to be a Jedi, you're right.
Yeah. So it's not like they're clearing guns off the street and they offer you $200,
Here's hoping.
You don't want to be caught with one. So only
Empire's trying
like
to take my lightsaber.
the Empire. They can pry my lightsaber from a cold dead
Dead hand.
We need to
Anyway.
storm the Imperial Palace.
Fuck off.
We need to take it
Shut
back.
up.
We need to take it back for the Jedi. Anyway, you guys go to the big building, the biggest one. The other small
Yes.
ones, they're all the same, and they have the same. Unless you want to look
Yes.
at the wet.
No, we don't want to look at the wet, Justin.
You don't want to meet the wet goblin.
No, Justin, we don't want to see the wet.
I hate you and that and it and here.
And those, specifically those.
Like I said, this is a decently sized church, town hall sized, so kind of perfectly square building at the back of this, sort of ghost town with 4 pillars on each corner. All the vibes that you guys were describing, like tenfold here in front of this building.
Oh, yeah. And this is where you have your last stand when you're being ambushed.
That's fucking abysmal. I fucking hate it here.
Yeah.
We'll make it quick then. We'll get in, get out. Nothing here.
All right. hold
Give
on,
him my
I'm gonna
notes
try
and then
some.
we'll go.
Is there a door, Justin?
It's a big open archway.
Darn.
Yeah.
Fine.
I break it anyway. I kick nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barrel.
Nyx. Once again, Nyx will take point. Gun first.
Fancy weed store? If it sucks, hit the bricks.
And yeah, Nyx will, with the help of Ash, vibe check the big building.
You can also vibe tech, why not?
Why not?
Am I helping you or are you helping me?
I'm helping you.
Cool. Same second verse, same as the first.
Hooray.
Well, I'm glad for the advantage. 28.
All right. I love this. I was going to narrate something like this anyway. So Nyx, you carefully walk through the door. Blaster swinging this way, that, as you see more of a whole lot of nothing in front of you. The marching order, Cal, you said you were behind him, so Nix, you walk forward a little. Cal, you enter through the threshold as well. Then Ray, and then Ash, you're last. And you happen, now that 3 sets of feet have walked through the middle of this arch, you happen to look down and see that the dust that they've scattered, there's something under it. On the first, like, stone tile. And you, with your hand, kind of brush and see that embossed on this kind of pale stone in gold is the symbol of the Jedi Order.
Jedi were out here?
What?
Long
Was
time
this
ago.
like how old? I mean, I wouldn't know.
Esphere.
Ash wouldn't know, but she'll play.
Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. It's Esphere's turn. Esphere, your targets, they landed. They explored they went to, and now they have gone inside the big building. What are you doing?
Esther's just going, okay, at least I know where they are. She probably, it's like she sees them going into the big building and she's like, all right. And she probably tries to get down without alerting them because she's gonna need to go in the building after them. She already knows it.
You definitely already had a plan for this. I'll let that 28 carry through unless something major happens. Unless you'd like to roll again.
Nah, we're gonna just keep that 28.
Yeah. If you want the chance at a nat 1 to make it funny, I'll give it to you. But I think you probably had a plan for this. And so you probably already lowered a rope.
Yep.
Which would be the smart. And you rappel down it, quick, silent. Boots don't even barely make a on the stone, on the rocky ground. And you make your way stealthily to the building. I can hear the soft sounds of their conversation.
She is just like, she is nowhere. There's no windows or anything. It's just a big stone building.
Big stone building with a it's like the door is much too high. It's like it was made for giants, or it was like ostentatious on purpose.
Just like architecture.
So since they're just in the door, you can hear the sounds of their conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe up to you if you get close enough to make it out,
I'm gonna try to get close.
or just make out in general.
Well, don't make out, but you know.
I'm gonna try to get close enough to make out the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I don't know. The vibes of this place fucking blow.
That's apparently belong to the Jedi. So, like, how old is this symbol? Do either of you two know?
She immediately looks at Cal.
Let me look.
I might know.
No.
I don't know.
With all due respect, that's not where your expertise lies.
That's fair.
Cal, you can tell it's definitely not the latest rebrand of the of the symbol.
Master cared more about this shit than I did.
Too bad he's dead. They're dead.
She.
Can't relate.
No, Ray's master.
I would think that you could, considering it was one of yours.
Well, let's see. What am I looking at here? Sigil's definitely Republic, but the design is older.
Make a lore check. It's cool that it's called lore in this system.
Wish Earl was here. He was old as hell.
Ah, damn it. That's a 9.
It's old.
I take a picture of it, I guess, because that's interesting. At least Ash
For the
finds it
gram.
interesting.
For the gram.
What I wouldn't give to have Ven Rallo here.
Who?
Master Rallo knew everything.
Another Jedi?
Yeah.
He had a 6-pack. I heard you were shredded.
He had a weird accent.
Where's he from?
All right.
Somewhere on Ord Mantell, Ven sneezes.
Pretty sure it was Corellian.
Anyway.
Hey,
That one shot's gonna be out, so go listen to that if you want to know who that is.
Yeah.
yeah. If you haven't listened to our one shot yet, go check that out now.
No.
Much like proper Star Wars media, you will have to listen to the extended universe in order to know who the fuck we're talking about at any given time.
Anyways, unfortunately, I don't know the age of this, just that it's older.
Damn it. I mean, worst case, we get back, I ask Boutrod, because he seems to been around the block for a long time. Maybe he'll know.
That might be our best bet. Raestra, you wouldn't happen to recognize how old this is, would you?
I can try.
Oh, wait,
Make a lore
touch it.
check.
Touch it.
Oh yeah, touch it.
Oh, yeah, touch it.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Yeah, touch the rock.
Yeah, I'll touch
Yeah,
it.
touch it.
Touch it.
Touch the rock.
Everybody. Esphere is just standing there watching. Just go touch it. Touch it.
Esphere is listening to this going, are all Jedi like this?
Apparently. Touch
Alright,
it.
I'll try to touch it. I'll do a
You can't.
force.
Okay.
Touch it.
Hold on. I'm I have to put my glasses back on because I took them off to rub the bridge of my nose.
On the force check, that's a 15.
Lore check or
On the-
wisdom
on the-
force?
Oh, it has to be wisdom?
Well, I thought Raestra's been a good girl. She should know
Oh,
how to
yeah,
use
that's
her
right.
charisma.
That's right. Okay, yeah. I don't. Thank you for catching me on that. You're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's charisma for me.
So here's the thing that I have to make clear. This is a floor tile with a symbol embossed upon it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, they're yelling at me to touch it, so I touched it. I don't know.
yeah. So a 15.
That chair looks suspicious.
15 will get you that quite a number of pair of feet, an even number even.
Well,
Really? We're not gonna get anything cool from that? Damn it. Okay.
listen, it's been
It's,
100. It's been 100 years, and it's a symbol embossed in the floor. That's not how this works. It needs to be an object. It needs to be
Yeah, I'll be
something-
very clear. Out of character, it's been over 100 years, and yeah, what they said, it's a symbol embossed in the floor. So
I can't.
DC
I have to
was
be
high.
able to hold it to do the. She wiggles her fingers. The thing. I don't know.
See,
I'll do the lore
I'm
check.
not the
though.
only one who does that.
Wait, you said that you said that you counted an even number of feet?
Yeah.
Then we do know one thing.
What?
Nobody who stepped into this building was missing a leg.
True.
Thank you, Cal. Thank you so much.
Or there
No, Doug.
were exactly an even number of people missing feet. I'm going to roll a lore check now.
Okay.
That's a 12.
Yeah. It's definitely before your time.
Boy howdy, it sure is old.
Or there was at least 2 people with 1 foot.
Also distinctly fun.
You remember your master showing you the holos and the books of Jedi history, and there were symbols in there, but you paid more attention to how the lightsabers looked. So
Listen,
why don't we do cross guards anymore? That's what Justin wants to know.
would also be something Raestra would want to know. She kind of looks a little, like, embarrassed, and she's like, listen, all I cared about were the cross guards. I don't know, I didn't... She kind of just stammers and then just goes, I thought this stuff was boring, okay? So I didn't listen to it. I don't know.
I mean, that, with all due respect, that tracks.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you know where your interests lie, and you're not the bookish type. And that's fine. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it was just, yeah, so I don't know.
Well, it didn't hurt to try.
It didn't hurt to try. Thank you for trying.
Yeah, it feels like it hurt to try. Just kind of mutters under her breath. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking stupid.
You take 1 psychic damage
You're not
from being
stupid.
embarrassed. You should be embarrassed.
I am embarrassed. I take 1 psychic damage for embarrassment.
No, I'm kidding.
You tried,
Isn't that
and that's
embarrassing?
all that we could have asked of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the force boops only come when the force wills it. So
No force boop for us today.
Where do I still sense the Kyber? Are we closer to it?
like I said, it's like putting your ear to the ground to hear that a large train is oncoming. It's hard to pinpoint a direction, hard to pinpoint a distance. It's just oh yeah, something's coming. So like you know that it's around.
It's hard to tell exactly where that Kyber is.
Especially since I'll give you that, like, with that sense, it feels like that there's, you know, the force reaches through all things, but it feels like that there's physically a lot between you and the Kyber that you're sensing.
I don't know why, but I feel blockaded from it.
Metaphorically or literally?
That's a good question.
You're not. She starts shaking him. It's like, you're not allowed to get stupid and cryptic too. Can't do this. We have to agree to be better than our masters. This shit sucks.
I'll try. Do or do not. There is no try.
What can I do if I don't even try?
A metaphor it is. High I was when I said it.
High I am 90% of the time.
You mean you stop being high after a certain point?
Looking?
No.
Found someone you have, I would say. I love that line. I don't know. It's just the way he says it so quickly.
Yoda has great lines.
It's true. But we should get in and out. Let's go inside.
So this place is full open concept. No walls other than the 4, except for there's all these kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Posted up. It's like paper walls in Japanese houses and Japanese structures.
Yeah.
They're kind of there just to visually separate and give privacy, but they're not. They're made of, like, they're flimsy and thin. There's quite a few of that, like, kind of separating this into a hall and a few corridors and rooms. Every single one of these temp walls, or like faux walls, I suppose we'll say, it has a rip through it, a tear through it. Some of them looks like something busted through them. A lot of the same sort of signs of damage that were in the smaller houses, but just like a lot more of it here.
Lemmy has a flashlight in case it's needed, and he's shining it, and Ash is continuing to scribble notes.
Hate not knowing how long ago this was.
Rather old, so I'm not gonna say we shouldn't worry about it, but it does pique my curiosity.
No, that's not why. She just kind of keeps going.
I thought we just agreed to not be cryptic.
I want to know if people that I was affiliated with killed people here.
Ah, okay. I mean, this shit's real old, so I think it's even before all that. So I think you're good on that.
No, that doesn't.
Actually, your
mean
passive intelligence is good enough to know that Boutrod said that even the high shelf Imperial records said that this place didn't have anything on it. So the Empire doesn't know. So you can conclude the Empire doesn't know about it.
Yeah, the Empire didn't know about this place, so I think you're good. You're like, they said that there was nothing here. If the Empire deemed it useless, they didn't come down here to check. I think this is just remnants from a bygone history that we don't have all the answers to. So I think you can rest easy with that. I don't think any of your pasts reared their ugly heads here.
I feel like this place would feel worse if, like, the Inquisition knew about this place, or the Inquisition have touched this place.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well,
Actually, it's the Inquisitorius.
Okay, whatever.
That's okay. No one expects the Imperial Inquisitorius.
They don't. It's kind of the problem.
Shut the fuck up, narrator. We're trying to play here.
They weren't even in Legends.
No, the Inquisition was in Legends.
It was not.
No?
Vader just kind of went after Jedi when he felt like it. In Legends, it's in Coruscant Nights. They kind of established that Papa Palps decided that he had killed enough Jedi, and that being a Jedi illegal is enough to keep them quelled, and he didn't even feel like taking the effort. Which is a semi-valid interpretation, but one I disagree with, because Papa Palps is so detail-oriented. I think he would be like, yeah, let me take ex-Jedi, turn them to the dark side, and then make them hunt the rest of the Jedi until they're all gone. Sounds way more Palps than...
Read as
true.
paranoid.
Yeah.
No, thorough is the word you want.
It's almost as if when people are shitty and evil, they get paranoid about people finding out that they're shitty and evil.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't cancel me on Twitter. I have seen the alternative.
I want to be problematic on
Twitter. It's X now, because I bought it.
I renamed it to X.com.
No, we have to play the game.
So, I mean, Do you think there might be lightsabers in here?
There might be. I mean, we can look around, I guess.
I mean, yeah, let's have a look around.
With all the thin temp walls, like, ripped, busted through, like, you get a good view of this whole place. And, again, there is eerily absolutely nothing. No stools that people would have sat on. No, like, ancient clay dishes that they would have eaten food from. This place is barren, like an unfurnished show apartment.
This place is absolutely picked clean. If it was even picked.
Is it picked clean, or were they just that weird?
But that's just it, right? If nobody knew this place was here, who would have picked it clean? They probably... The more disconcerting, but probably accurate thing to say is that they picked up and left.
Probably. But why would they leave?
Well,
I mean, it's not exact. I'm not saying that this place is a paradise, but if this was a Jedi temple or a place of worship, I guess,
Practice?
why would they just leave? Yeah. I don't want this... Okay, I'm like... I don't want this to come off as metagamey.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that Nyx would want to step outside the thing to kind of get a... Like, walk the perimeter of the building.
Okay. No, don't worry. Esphere still has that 28 stealth, so...
Okay, alright.
She's behind something.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so Nyx wants to walk the perimeter of the building.
Raestra kind of... I was about to say, Raestra kind of looks around and he goes, I'm gonna go with him. You two keep looking for those lightsabers.
Alright, I
You're
guess.
gonna buddy
Be safe.
system on me? You're gonna buddy system on me?
Yeah.
When it could have been so much cooler? No. Okay.
Paige, if anything comes up, I guess, or just scream real loud. This place isn't that big.
Yeah, and the walls aren't particularly thick. Yeah, she grabs Nyx's shoulder and she goes, You, sir, mister, have lost going off alone privileges for the rest of forever.
What do you mean? What have I done?
You got possessed by a rock.
Yeah?
I was with him with
Fun time.
that. It's just he touched it
That was-
before I could stop him.
It was one time.
He was supervised.
She gives him a look and is like, Yeah, and one time's enough.
Alright, fine. Let's go.
I will go with Nyx. Go with God.
Esphere, the big beefy Mandalorian and the clone are outside the building now.
Welp. Alright, so is there anywhere that I could hide or get the hell out of the way?
Oh no, you're definitely behind like one of the buildings. You've established yourself. You're good.
Alright.
Your angles of sight are so you're, I just want to know if you want to do anything about that.
Nah, they
Just want to sow some chaos.
they're good. They're fine.
Yeah.
Nah, they're just gonna be here. Just gonna stare at them.
No, I'm not gonna take a shot at the Mandalorian. Are you crazy?
Nah, I'm good, homie.
The people outside first.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? You're just walking around the perimeter?
Yeah,
Well, it
I'm
sure is
checking the
dark
perimeter,
in
and I'm like looking around. I'm like, I cannot shake the feeling that we're being watched.
Yeah, well, it might be the ghosts.
Maybe. We've definitely seen weirder things. Talking rocks and mushroom people being two of them.
Yeah,
They were plant-based. They ate the spores of mushrooms.
they were
Fine.
true.
Talking rocks and plant people are definitely up there.
They consume spores instead of photosynthesizing. That exists in real life, and it's very cool.
It is very
It
cool.
is very
They
cool.
were cool. Yeah, I mean, the guy's a big place. It's gonna be full of weird shit.
Yeah.
I hate places like this. They make me itchy.
Nyx is a paranoid person. Can I make another perception check?
Absolutely.
All right.
So say this
There we
is
go.
this is another one where, again, as per usual, if I believed this was out of line, I would say something as well. But now this sense,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray and Nyx are just unhappy people in this environment.
Yeah. 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 Can I get help?
Yeah, I'll help. I'll look around. I
yeah.
don't like this either.
Fuck yeah, here we go. Modifiers, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
That would be your wisdom.
24 with a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, a natural 20.
Yeah.
Just so Red knows, you
man.
have to say the modifiers here because Justin hates fun.
Got it. Okay.
Well, Justin likes that if someone has such a high plus to their stealth to make it a 28, that sometimes that's just impossible, you know?
Yeah, no.
Even if you get lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, no, valid. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's how I run the game.
Yeah, that's how also I run the game. So
Yeah.
I'm with Justin.
I know. He likes to make fun of me, but it's fine.
I know.
We're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun here.
Take that, Matt Damon.
Our new go-to bit of Justin loves Kenobi hates Kenobi because he hates fun and whimsy.
Fun and whimsy. I give it a 6 out of 10 because I hate fun and whimsy.
What?
God damn, this is funny.
That's what Jesse Cox said. He hated the first half and then loved the second half of Kenobi. And then I was like, oh, so you hate fun and whimsy?
Somebody in my stream chat when we were talking about Kenobi, when we were talking about Star Wars, was like, I thought Kenobi was a solid 6 out of 10 because it lost points because I hate whimsy and fun. And now that's just a bit. Since that stream, we've just been doing that for the last couple of for like the last week.
So, GM, what do you permit me to see?
You pass by the wet patch.
Oh no.
And within it,
Son of a bitch.
there's a little goblin. I am the
Yoda.
Lord.
It's a fucking Jawa.
Guard the sweet I do. Just another of the Yoda species. Just add another into canon who's just like a wheat goblin. That'd be the wildest shit.
Wheat. I make bread to eat it with meat.
Mess with my wheat, I cut off your feet.
Oh.
This one speaks in rhyme.
Anyway.
Oh man, no, there's nothing in the wheat. It's just a lot of wheat because nobody's cut it down for a while. What do you see? Yeah.
No, just as you're thinking of that, Raestra looks at the wheat and is like, "Can I guess
Go touch the wheat.
No, can I like confide in you for a minute?
Yeah, always.
Fucking, you were built to like fight forever, right? Like more or less.
Built's a weird way to put it, but yeah.
You were, and you know it. But like, do you think about like
After all the fighting?
Yeah.
I did.
You ever think about like just stopping?
Just walking away from all of it?
Yeah.
Honestly? Every day.
What stops you?
Don't laugh.
Okay.
I don't know what you would do without me.
She like opens her mouth and then just slowly closes it and goes, you know? She kind of rubs the back of her neck and goes, I also don't know what I would do without you, honestly.
Yep. And it's kind of hard to stop the only thing you know how to do.
Yeah. It's more that for me than anything else.
Yeah.
I feel like if I knew how to do something else, I probably would.
It's not even an issue of knowing something, because you can always learn. It's more so, are you willing to put in the effort to find out what else you like?
God, I don't know at this point.
I bet you $20 you'd be really good at making weapons.
Probably.
Probably.
Weir's good at it, and I liked watching him do it.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you'd be really good at it, to be honest.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
She does like an in-between hand gesture. She's like, I know how to do the basic stuff. I don't think I could make anything fancy.
Well, no one does when they first start.
I think I'd have liked that.
I mean, I always said that I'd become a bounty hunter.
Yeah, it feels like you.
Yeah.
You like helping people.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of the only thing I know how to do to help people.
A good thing to know how to do.
Yeah, exactly. This building's big.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So what do I see with my 24, Justin?
That's a good question. I was still
I
wrestling
gave
with it.
you all this downtime.
Yeah, you did.
He was simply enraptured by your RP.
Yeah, I actually was.
I appreciate that. Genuinely.
Being real, yeah.
And that's what happens when Heaton and I roleplay for like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if
It's-
none of you at home know the lore, but the two of us do. I don't think anybody else in this
Yeah.
room knows, but the two of us
Yeah.
do, and that's all that matters.
You get you get to the other side of the building.
okay.
Damn.
And notice that there's a little bit of clearing, and this side also has a big archway door, but it looks like there's clearing not naturally. And you get closer and see under all the dust, there's a spot that feels different under your feet, and there are large scorch marks in the stone that indicate the engines of a ship that landed in this spot. With how deep the scorch marks are, several times. But with how much dust was over it, a long time ago.
This must have been a landing site of some kind.
You're inside. Shush.
That's cool. The scorch marks are still here. This must have been a landing site of some kind.
No, they went outside and you stayed inside of the building.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's Ash and Cal time inside the building.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry.
No worries.
One of us should go check that out, and the other one should go get the friends.
You go get the guys.
Why do I have to go get the guys?
Because you can't be trusted by yourself. We talked about this.
That's not fair.
Do you not like the guys?
Do you not like the guys?
That's not what I said. First
All my
off,
fellas.
Do you not like your fellas?
that's not what I said.
You can leave me
Don't
be.
put words in my mouth.
You can leave me be for the 2 minutes it's gonna take you to go get them.
Fine.
Ash and Cal. Ash, you're documenting the inside of this place. Fine-tooth comb. Make an investigation check for me.
This place feels weird.
Will Cal help me? Advantage and
Yes. Yes,
temporary boost?
I will help, of course.
Alright.
Here, have this extra D20 I found.
Oh shit, thanks.
Eats it.
She does not eat it. Okay, that's a 31.
Jesus. Okay.
I got 18 on the die, I have a +8, and I got a +5 on the temporary boost.
This is one I wanted you to get high on anyway, so... How Cal helps. This is great. This is inspired. I'm such a good DM, guys.
You are.
You go to the center when you say that very line, Cal, and then you realize that in the spacing of these temporary walls, this center zone is like an open circle. And you kind of just vibes-wise, sit down in the dust cross-legged and picture other Jedi circling in meditation this center zone, which makes you think there might be something in the center. So you brush off some dust on this center tile, and there is another Jedi symbol. Ash, you're taking pictures, scanning things with your wrist pad, and Lemmy's helping you. And when Cal draws attention to this center tile, Lemmy does a little scan, like how BD does, in the games. The little blue light goes, and oddly, this tile, stone-wise, is thinner than the others, and there's metal components under it, including a weird magnetic signature.
A door? We have, neither of us have a positive strength score between us, but let's try to lift it. I'll see if I try to find, edges and see if I can,
I will
find
save you
it.
time on that. It's exactly as flush to everything else as all the other tiles.
Alright, well, let's see if there's metal. I'm gonna double check my force powers real fast. I do! I'm gonna cast release on the door.
Okay. I love this. I'm going to flare this a certain kind of way. that release might not work this way in other flavors, but this is something that I want to do because it's cool. You sort of project, use Lemmy's scan of the metal, have it focus on like magnetic signatures, and then kind of project with your the hollow projector on your wrists over what metal it's detecting, and you see there's a metal ball in the top left corner and the top right corner, and you sort of, in casting this power, you take your shocky stick, and instead of electrifying it, you magnify it. You you reverse its polarity. Doctor Who joke. You magnetize it. There we go. And you and you can see, because Lemmy, you had Lemmy do a sort of sonar scan, and you can see where there's gaps, and you see there's like a lot, but there's a pattern in one instance, and you magnetize one of the metal balls and take it from the top right corner to the bottom left corner. You magnetize one of the top left ball, take it from the top left corner to the bottom right corner, in a sort of like, only if you knew how this worked under it could you unlock this. But you sort of scanned your way, you sort of x-ray scanned your way to figure it out immediately. And which Cal, you watch. This means with the hilt of her weapon, she draws an X over the Jedi Order symbol. And there's like a loud creaking as it like slowly, much slower than it should, opens like a porthole.
I wonder if it was like that by design.
Secret door.
Nix, you walk into the loud noise of the door opening.
What was that?
I found
We found a door.
I found a secret door. Go get Raestra.
Oh shit. Raestra and I found scorch marks of a ship.
How old?
Recent.
Like how recent?
Well, no, pretty old.
Oh, never mind. Pretty old.
We can look at it later.
Sorry.
This is way more interesting. Go get Raestra.
Fine. He turns around, goes back outside. Raestra!
Go ask your mother.
Gross.
Ew.
Raestra! They found a secret door.
Oh, okay. I'll follow Nix. It's more interesting. That's for sure cooler.
Yeah. All right, I'll take point.
So you go down.
Yep.
It do go down.
The clone
down.
do go down.
The clone goes down first.
In an earlier round.
damn
And
it.
Sugar using the force.
Stop it.
So, anyway, your boots hit a metal grate. You don't fall very far, and you are in dark circular tunnel. In a dark circular tunnel, there's not much that room behind. Actually, there is. The tunnel extends behind and in front of you, and all along, except for this part that has been opened, all along the walls and ceiling of this tunnel, and it kind of it's a dome. Well, not a dome. It's a cylinder. There we go. Cylinder shaped, and it ranges about 8 feet high. You can stand easily. There's no crouching needed, but there are kind of metallic spikes that extend from like every square inch possible of the wall and ceiling, and under your feet is metal grating that with the like little like on a ship, like on a military ship, you remember on Venerator class star cruisers, in the like more industrial areas of them, this is what the grating was like.
How is this place connected to the Jedi though?
I had to put an X over the Jedi, so maybe this was like some weird anti-Jedi thing.
That's what I was considering too.
Cause like normally if it was like pro Jedi, I don't know. If it were me, I would have put it like made it like a circle or something instead of like an X. That's just suspicious. It's weird.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, the Jedi certainly have had enemies before the Separatists.
It's true, I guess.
Earl made me do research papers, so I know a little bit about a lot, but like, I can't help with
Right.
this, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of this is.
Did you all go down?
Yeah.
If Nyx didn't immediately get hurt or die from going down there, Ash would follow suit and let me help with the flashlight.
The tunnel is only wide enough.
So weird down here.
The tunnel
Oh my
is
god, there's strippers. Sorry.
The tunnel is only wide enough for you guys to 2x2. If that's what you want, you can single file. Hey, Esphere. They all went down a hole.
He's just like, God.
Would she know that?
All she knows is y'all went in the building and y'all talked about a hole. And she's like, son of a bitch. Yeah. She just moseys on down that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, adventure.
She's just like, she's hanging back and waiting until they all go in the tunnel and like gives it a good like few minutes to make sure they're like she doesn't hear their footsteps anymore, and then she goes in.
Yeah.
There's like so much pasta down here. I have no idea why.
Everything seems really uniform as you guys walk. Do you walk forward or back?
Forward.
Okay. What's the marching order?
Nyx.
Just out of curiosity.
Find Nyx and Ash and then Cal and Ray, unless Cal wanted to swap with Ash.
Yeah, I think I'll stay back with Cal.
Yeah, I'll stay
You
back.
had any other ideas on the marching order? I was just trying to keep the
No, I think that's the right choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep the combat savvy ones with one of the squeezies.
Yeah.
Actually, this would actually have it. Esphere.
Yep.
They walk forward a little bit. 2 minutes pass. The door starts to creak again and begins to attempt to shut.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
She just like sprints and tries to slide under. She Indiana Jones this shit. Let's go.
Right franchise.
With 3 movies, and that's it.
It's all John Williams. He's the GOAT.
That's the through line.
The goat.
It's the spaceships and monsters and Star Wars. We love it. If you get that reference, you deserve a veteran's discount. Esphere, make well, I said the thing was old and slow and creaking, so I don't think there's much chance of you failing this, especially with how dexterous you are. So, but you do have to like get in. This is where another stealth check would have to be made, I feel.
That is fair. All right, let's get. That's a nat 20.
God damn it.
We're never
I just want to know the total.
At this point, Esphere's just gonna kill us, and then we're just gonna be like, "Well, it's the Esphere show now. Thanks for watching, everybody."
I just want to know the total. This isn't
Okay,
like ooh,
right,
but I just want to.
It is 31.
Okay, cool.
So that's a 31.
Yeah,
You disappear.
I don't think any of us could even try.
She just.
You phase away into Legends.
Oh,
Into the Legends continuity.
I instant transmission. Like, I'm there. I'm already here.
No, what actually happens is you jump in and you're grabbing the door by like the underside, and you let it take you down, and then you kind of just like you see their spikes, you're like sick, and you just kind of splay yourself onto the spikes, and you're just like on the ceiling, like super spy style. You're just concealed by the spikes.
She goes, oh, that works.
And I mean, you all kind of hear the door shut, but like
I hope it's easy
par
to get
for the
back
course.
open.
Okay.
I mean, I can always use release again, so it's not like we're trapped down here.
True.
Well, nowhere else to go except forward. Let's go.
I mean, we can always head back. Because there is another direction to explore, but we can go forward first.
That's true. Let's go backwards.
God damn it.
Certainly, so there's no one right behind us.
I don't know. That weird X that's behind us seems to be preventing us from going backwards.
There's an invisible wall. The Force. Ooh, I like this. This is what I will say for you all. You step forward a good little ways. Your boots echoing on the metal. Before not too long, a minute or so passes, and something is set off. Some sort of motion sensor, but nothing dangerous happens. The spike walls to your right and left kind of open up like a door inwardly, not towards you guys, and reveal a room to your right and a room to your left. And like when the doors get all the way in. They just kind of make up the spike wall of those rooms kind of uniformly. These rooms are not that large and seem only to exist to display what is within them, which I will describe for you now. On the right is a life-sized statue of a cloaked figure standing tall upon a dais. Their right hand is down with a curved sword clutched in it, while their left hand is raised up, holding aloft the decapitated head of some large humanoid being.
That's not Jedi.
This creature's stature is humanoid, appears humanoid, and is quite tall, but its exposed face under a head wrap is anything but humanoid. Their countenance is long and thin, with a very recessed nose and lips, and a long chin with what looks like two mandible-like chin spikes pointing down from either side of their chin.
Me as a player, okay, I'm freaking out a little bit as a player. I'm panicking.
On the left is a room with two smaller statues of the same figure. One is holding a long wire, like it's a snake, and attacking him, but he's emerging victorious. The other is holding a shield aloft above his head, a very Captain America pose, with the same curved sword back behind him, ready to strike. In the second one, you can see that the figure is clearly wearing, because it's gold and decorative, a mask, something skull-shaped in front of his long, thin face. That's we can end there. I think it's a good spot to end with Ben saying those words that I like to hear.
Star Wars The First Resistance is a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast using the Star Wars 5e system, which can be accessed for free at sw5e.com. Our podcast features the player talents of BubblingBrooke as Ashaa-kai, Practically Silver as Calchin Phimiir, Ben Lepard as Nyx, HitenNoRuroni as Raestra Akkan, and this Justin as the Game Master. Big thank you to Arcane Anthems for creating the theme song, and Wondrous Works for the key art. All relevant links are in the description. We hope you enjoy this episode, and if you did, we'd love if you left a positive review and shared the podcast. It might help others find and enjoy the podcast as well. We can't thank you enough for listening to us goof around and tell stories. We hope you all join us for the next episode. Until then, may the Force be with you.